This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
Crucifix driver didn't get all of it.
Wrestling! It's time to talk about wrestling. Hello, it's me, Pro Wrestling Noah. And it's time for the Didn't Get All of It podcast. Yes, here we are, folks. Have a happy Friday. Happy Friday. With me, I have Cody Carlson.
This is way too much energy for me right now. I can't. You're gonna have to tone it down a little bit. I wasn't here last week. I need to get eased back into this whole podcast.
I wasn't here either. The doctor took my nose and I had to get it back. It works now though.
You like Roman like got your nose with you?
Yeah, that's right. And he got the better of me. Did y'all talk about that? Actually, I shouldn't be asking you. I should be asking B-Rob. B-Rob, did you guys talk about where I was last week?
We said something about the nose doctor, I think. Okay. I don't know.
If people don't
know, the whole time has been a blur.
That's fair. If people don't know, I got corrective surgery for my deviated septum. Been kind of dark on both this podcast and the Squared Circle Strafe podcast, the premier video game podcast of the Fatal 4 podcasting network. But I'm back now on this podcast, and I should be back for Squared Circle Strafe this week as well. I'm taking notes and everything.
Yeah, as you can tell by his how he's exuding all this energy or whatever, his deviated symptom was snorting all the coke.
Yeah, I have the passages are open now. I can go to the third floor bathroom of my place of business after payday and do all that I want. I don't actually do any of that. I'm so energetic because all the air's coming into my lungs and
getting to your brain, getting you. Yeah, I got you.
You can smell good now.
And also, I can smell better. Well, I actually don't know. I think I have to wait like a good 2 months or something before I actually am able to take advantage of any of this, because there's still a fair amount of gooky gunk going on in there, as the healing process is still, my nose is still sore, so there's still stuff going on in there.
What do you
just everything's straight now?
Do you look like Rhea Ripley?
Like with her mask and everything.
Boy,
do you
look like Rhea Ripley? He got it.
Yes, with the mask. I'm asking about your nose. We're talking about your nose.
God, I wish. Sometimes I feel like when I'm putting on pants, when I'm looking in the mirror, I feel like I have in my profile, my ass tends to be fairly pronounced. But then I look at my ass in the mirror. You ever just look at your ass in the mirror? You ever turn around and try to get a good look at your own ass? You know what I mean? I look at that and I'm just like, it's not that big. I don't know.
You can see it from the front. Wait till you see it from the back. No,
what the fuck is happening?
Got an ass so fat, you see it from the front. Anyways,
Noah got to jump to put on jeans. Oh my God! What the fuck is happening?
One pair of jeans. The rest of the pants I wear are joggers. I'm a joggers guy. Hello, this is a wrestling podcast. Didn't get all of it. What do we usually do when we start this show? We talk about how a Patreon.
Yeah,
go join that. Get access to our Discord. Some extra stuff we do over there. You can go to our merch store.
Yes. All this is accessible on fatal4pod.com. That's right. FOUR pod.com. And just like Noah said, man, $3 a month to get you in there on the ground floor, and you'll get exclusive access. Goddamn, I'm thinking about Noah ass.
Did you just say exclusive ass sex?
Yeah,
because we are not giving that away on the Patreon. I would like to
not on the $3 tier. Not on the $3 tier.
But at least $100 a month for that.
Cody loves watching taped raws on exclusive aspects.com.
Oh no. But yeah, go to fatal4pod.com, FOUR, because I lost it. I can't even talk about it anymore. It's worth the price of admission at the $3 level. $5 will get you goddamn ad-free content and bonus shows, and I think you get ad-free at the $3 level. But $5 you get more shows, and I think Paul told us to tell you we're contracted. I can't even say the word. No, you got me flustered. Contractually obligated to let you all know that if you're in on the $5 tier, that we have a promo code for you to get discount on our merch.
That's right.
Whatever that promo code is, I don't know. I have to wait till Paul get back.
There will be a promo code. We will let you know. You get that discount.
It might be Assex.
Yes. At this point. Exclusive access.
This is good energy. This is a good way to start a podcast. Feeling good.
Yes.
Cody, what were you doing while you were gone? I already told my nose story.
I was not getting nose surgery. I was at a concert. And I heard you guys clowning me last week because I went to a G-Eazy concert.
G-Eazy for Freezy.
It was free. Okay. I know someone who works at the venue. I got in for free. I had nothing else to do. Well, I guess technically I had the podcast to do, but when it was offered to me, I didn't realize it was on a Thursday. I didn't look at a calendar. But whatever. It was all right. It was fine.
Yeah, I mean, you get what you get for free.
Yeah. It is crazy how much he's fallen off, though.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know.
There was one point where Jeezy was like a huge star in music, and
I don't know where he is. Him or Macklemore.
He couldn't like, I think he sold like 700 tickets or something. It was not very impressive.
Wow.
Macklemore, you're off a new album like last year.
He's doing things. Macklemore's doing things. He's cool.
He's still thrifting.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he does that. He has to play that at the shows, right? There's no way he's like too good for thrift store.
Oh no, I'm sure he like closes his shows with that.
Yeah, that's got to be the highlight.
So as a person that only started going to concerts just this year.
Yeah, that's right. You're like Mr. Concerts now. You're going to concerts all the time.
Yeah, last weekend, me and Mrs. B. Rob went to see Tamia and Joe in concert, old school R&B stuff, and it was a good old time. Fun stuff to be had. And then I found out that Usher was coming here next week, before and after Thanksgiving. So I snagged some tickets for that, and we're going to see Usher next week.
That would be fun. That's a big name.
Mm-hmm.
Is that at
the
at their Toyota Center, or is that like a Woodlands Pavilion kind of joint?
It's going to be at the Toyota Center because Usher will be fucking doing roller skates and all kinds of other crazy shit. So you need some room.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like the appropriate venue. That's where they do Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
various other.
So does Cody.
WWE stuff. Yeah, that's references to a thing that Cody said before we started recording. Anyways, do we want to talk about some wrestling? Do we want to get into some
Not really
news here?
I want to get to some more nudes.
Speaking of Raw, we got some more deets about what the Netflix Raw situation is going to be like. They ran some ads for the upcoming show. What do we think about this? What do we think about this direction they're going?
I'm excited.
It seems like all the stars are here for this first episode.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's apparently we're back to 3 hours. Apparently it's going to be TV 14. They're going all out for the first show. I'm seeing lots of ads for it all over, like all forms of social media. I constantly get stuff on TikTok. Like, they're advertising Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, John Cena, all the usual names. And then big news this week was that Travis Scott will be there.
Yeah,
and he will be providing the theme music for Raw.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't know about that part.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Also, he's been dubbed by Triple H as the WWE Hardcore Champion. Gave him a custom hardcore title and everything.
Did see that? That was pretty cool. It was like, right? Because Noah, do you know about the Hardcore Championship? Because that was kind of around during a time.
I mean,
you were not a fan.
I've heard of it. I've seen it. I'm pretty sure we did a once upon a time we did a tier list ranking of belt designs, and I saw the hardcore title, but I don't really know anything about it.
Yeah, so like the whole backstory of it was the WWF winged eagle belt that was smashed up, and then they taped it back together with duct tape and wrote Hardcore Champion on it and gave it to Mick Foley. So Triple H presented Travis Scott this week with a modern version of that, which is like the current day WWE Championship all smashed up with duct tape. It says Hardcore Champion. It's pretty cool.
Which is fitting because, like, he, I guess he has the moniker of Cactus Jack, which is famously Mick Foley. And, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that rules.
I always appreciate wrestling going mainstream and bringing people in and trying to actually like gain popularity with folks instead of just being a niche little corner of the market, like
Jelly
big
Roll.
names like sure.
I didn't know who Jelly Roll was until he showed up on.
They just know he's going on tour with Post Malone next year.
There you go.
I'm trying to grab tickets.
Big
tomorrow.
name.
But anyway,
Jelly Malone.
Also, speaking of Travis Scott and Cactus Jack, Complex Con was this week, and I don't know if anyone saw that Travis Scott is putting out like a little WWE collab with some merch.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got these cool like Cactus Jack shirts that are it's like upside down smiley face with the Mankind mask on it, but like Travis Scottified. Pretty cool. I don't know if they're getting a general release or anything, but I think it's a cool partnership, and I think it's cool they're working together.
That's also the collab he did. That's also the collab he did with Spotify.
He did a collab.
Travis Scottified.
Oh, ha! Nice.
Badoom ta.
Travis Scott was at the when Raw was at Houston the most recent time. He was at that taping because he
with a Cybertruck.
Yeah, there was that too. God, but I'm sure like every celebrity that they do the like, hey, they're here ringside. Like I'm sure all of them do this, but like they shouted him out in the crowd, like, hey, he's here, everybody, and then like. Within, I think, the match that was happening right after they announced that, like, he was gone. I didn't see him in the crowd anymore.
They do that.
I'm sure they hot swap that seat with all the stars. Yeah.
But he is a legit wrestling fan, and he has been for a while. He's been rocking.
He's a busy man
t-shirts for years. Also at I don't know if you guys saw. At Complex Con, CM Punk did an interview with Peter Rosenberg. And I want to talk about it because, I mean, of course, there's a lot of discourse. Everyone was talking about his jabs that he took at AEW, which you get not even really jabs. I mean, he was asked if he had any regrets as far as like opponents that he didn't get a chance to work with. And he said no, and that he maybe wasted a few matches on people. Which people got up in arms about, but like he's totally right. Like, why did we do CM Punk versus Bobby Fish, and why did I watch it live in Boston, and why did he kick out at 3.2? That was bad.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah, he also wrestled like QT Marshall and like Sean Spears, and he was definitely wasted at times there. So. Valid response. But the reason I wanted to bring up the interview because I did want to talk about he of course was asked about his wife, AJ Lee.
His wife.
And I'm sure I've seen a bunch of interviews since he's been back where he's been asked about this again and again, and his answer has always been mostly the same. But he definitely, because Peter Rosenberg asked him like pretty directly if there was more of a spark, from her since he came back to WWE rather than like when he came back to wrestling the first time, in AEW, and Punk said that yes, and that she's very busy, but when she wraps stuff up that she's working on, she has time and she feels like dipping her toes back in the pool, she'll let us know. So I'm hopeful. I don't know if it'll be in time for the Royal Rumble in February, but that would be pretty fucking awesome.
But like, what do you think she would do? Like, does she come back for
main
a
event
Rumble spot?
WrestleMania and win the title?
I don't know about that.
I don't know about all that.
Do
Yeah.
you think she becomes a weekly fixture, or is it just like a Rumble nostalgia pop?
I think it's whatever she wants to do. I think she could definitely be thrown right into the current mix of women's wrestling, and maybe she wants to go work in NXT and like wrestle Roxanne and Core Jade.
Roxanne.
Yeah, maybe, because that's the thing about that's the thing about the WWE women's division right now, is that there's not like they've got a lot of good people. Like, it's kind of hard to stand out right now because everyone's so good. There's not a lot of room, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for a limited time appearance. I mean, pop in at the Rumble, pop out, and then that's cool. I'm down with that. Because I mean,
I'd like to
something
see her,
that we never thought we'd see. Yeah,
I'd like to see her brand of Hot Topic, the thigh high.
I mean, I want to see her and Roxanne have a stare down, like wearing damn near identical gear and kind of doing like the mirror thing. Like, what the hell?
Doink the Clown wrestling.
Yeah. I would like that.
Is there any other details about this Netflix WWE thing? There's like the stuff about how international audiences are getting like all the weekly shows and premium live events and like some of the WWE archive stuff through Netflix, which I guess makes sense because I'm assuming that they don't have, because they've had the WWE network the whole time that we've had the Peacock deal, right?
Yes,
correct.
I believe so.
So I guess that makes sense that all that would kind of be migrating over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if
WWE network Peacock deal ends in is 2025 or 2026. I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
But it is coming up, and just for like, I don't know, consistency's sake, I kind of hope it all just migrates to Netflix, because
Peacock's rights with the WWE Network end in March 2026.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Like, if Raw is going to be on Netflix, like, why not just migrate everything over there and one-stop shop for WWE stuff? Would be nice and convenient, and I could cancel Peacock and get rid of it, because it's the only thing I use it for is WWE PLEs at this point.
That is the major thing that I use it for.
Archive stuff.
Peacock actually has like one of the better horror libraries for movies. Horror.
Yeah, that's where all the Aztecs is.
God, I'm begging you guys to say something funnier than ass sex for the show title. I'm begging you.
I've used up all my funny for one thing. Thank you very much. Done being funny.
Well, here's something funny. Dynamite has said what the first live show on live streaming on Max is going to be. It's going to be their Fight for the Fallen special that they do annually. It's going to be January 1st in Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah, so that'll be like double charity event, because that's usually what the Fight for the Fallen thing is for.
Yeah.
So like they'll do stuff for the fallen.
Uh-huh.
And then I guess because North Carolina, particularly that area of Asheville, got devastated by storms and all kinds of shit. So
that's right.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna kick in some dough on that.
Yeah, especially
might see a Edge return or something like that. FTR influence because they all live up in that area.
Yes. And then also interestingly coming out of this, because they also have the next week, the regular Dynamite scheduled for that, but they don't have Rampage scheduled,
Nope.
which is apparently confirming the end of Rampage.
Yeah,
being
we've been knowing that.
December.
That shit's dead.
Well, what's the end of going to do?
Remember when CM Punk returned to pro wrestling for the first time in like 7 years on Rampage?
Yeah, because Rampage was people forget Rampage was a big deal when it first debuted. Like that, I still think about that Christian Cage Kenny Omega match that main evented the first episode of Rampage. The what do you call it? The kill switch on the chair. I think about that all the time. But yeah, Rampage wasn't always like AEW Dark because they had AEW Dark and then they killed it and then they made Rampage AEW Dark. It became just very unwatchable, but it was good. It was good there for a while. I would say more than a while. I was a weekly people who have been following us for a long time know that I was a regular Rampage liker. I would say maybe in the past years when I've fallen out of love with Rampage, and in good time because apparently it's not going to be around anymore.
It will not be missed.
Yeah, but I'm excited for Dynamite streaming on Max because I don't have my own cable situation. I'm usually logging into browser like the station's browser to watch live wrestling, and sometimes those are bad and don't work, like what happened this week when I tried watching Dynamite and TBS just decided like our browser's just going to conk out, or we're not whatever. So I'll be happy to have a nice stable place like a major streaming network to watch Dynamite. I haven't seen any live Max stuff, so I don't know how good they are at it.
I'm hoping it'll be better than the Netflix debacle with Jake Paul Tyson.
Sure,
fight.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people were bringing that up when talking about how like, hey, like Raw is going to be debuting soon. Hopefully they get the kinks sorted out. But I think the thing that people neglect is that like everyone was watching that thing, the Paul Tyson fight. Like pretty much all of my coworkers that I talked to had something to say about it. So I don't think that I don't think all my coworkers are going to be watching the debut episode of WWE Raw. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
And like there's Netflix is also doing NBA games on Christmas this year, and like the NBA has already come out and said like it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
So I think they'll have all that figured out for January 6th. Speaking of Jake Paul, did you guys see that apparently there's interest on both sides of him and WWE to bring Jake Paul in?
I'm so exhausted by this family. Get them out of here. I don't want to see them.
Don't even want to see the other one.
I didn't want to see Logan, but he keeps showing up. I don't want to see his brother. I tuned into that fight. I tried to. I didn't actually successfully do it because
I didn't even care about that shit.
But I wanted to see Tyson punch shit out of him. Apparently that didn't happen.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it because of that fact. It was a ploy to get people to watch him potentially get knocked out by Tyson, which I knew he wasn't going to do because it was about fucking money. So I refused to contribute to that bullshit.
Yeah, I should have been smart like B-Rob. But
well, anyway, Jake said that he would want to come in to be Logan's Paul Heyman, so to speak. He wouldn't want to wrestle, but be a sidekick to his brother.
No,
I mean it'd be smart business, whether you like it or not. I mean,
not
the fight with Tyson is clear indicator that like he's a draw.
Yeah, I know, but I don't like it. That's all.
I think an eventual tag match needs to happen,
or not, but they probably will.
Smart business.
Do you think Jake Paul is the Tongaloa of the Paul brothers?
No, I don't think so. Because I don't think he fucks up as nearly as much. I mean, he's not likable as much as Tongaloa either.
Well, I mean, like if they were to get like Cody is suggesting a some sort of tag match, like
you think he just like fumble around, fuck up? Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, does Jake Paul get the same Shawn Michaels training that Logan did when he started?
No, he'll get the Marty Jannetty training.
Yeah.
Fucking up low blows and all kinds of shit.
Jesus. Yeah. Don't like that. Not looking forward to that. Speaking of things I'm not looking forward to, the whole Trump appointing Linda McMahon to his cabinet situation.
I mean,
don't like
you
that.
Still mentioned it. You still mentioned it
because it's in the news. Got to talk about the
so
news.
What?
This is like news. This isn't like wrestling news. This is like mainstream, like AP press news.
Well, I mean, she was in his cabinet the last time he was in office. She was a secretary of small business.
Yeah, now she's the secretary of the education department.
Yeah, I don't see how. I don't know. I care not to understand what the fuck is going on there.
Yeah, I mean, just like news.
It's just like, fuck that.
Trump actually just announced that Paul Griffin, host of this podcast, is going to be in charge of the Department of
Shenanigans
of the war on drugs. He's going to lead the. He's gonna battle our opium and fentanyl pandemics that we have in this country. That's why he's not on the show this week, because
he's out there battling.
He's busy being debriefed by President-elect Trump right now. So,
yeah, Paul Griffin, well-known
yes.
President Trump liker. That's
yeah.
Yes.
Everyone who listens to this podcast and follows him on socials knows as much.
Yes. He is a politician.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking mess. But I think the interesting thing that also came out when this news dropped was that for the first time, it's actually been reported and confirmed by Linda McMahon's attorney that Linda and Vince McMahon are separated.
Which we've known for a long time, right?
I mean, like, yeah, like wrestling fans have known, or at least had an inkling, but this is the first time that like a legitimate,
like news
Washington
source
Post is the one reporting this.
Like not the dirty sheets, but like an actual like mainstream news source. Yeah.
Yeah. And then CNN like this week too was covering the fact that, the headline was something to the effect of like Trump's new Secretary of Education currently being sued for like sex crimes. Because on the show we talked about a few weeks ago that the WWE is being sued for the Ring Boys situation, and she's linked to that. So,
well, everyone else in his cabinet is related to some kind of sex crime. So
all of them.
It seems to be a requirement. So
there's one dude that turned down a nomination for one of his positions just today because of allegations. Yeah. And then there's one currently going through some bullshit about underage shit.
Checks out. Not surprised.
Golly, man, what are we doing?
Well,
this is America.
This is America. I tried. You know, I put my vote.
You didn't try hard enough.
Should
have voted a few more times, Noah. Folks, if you're still in line, please stay in line.
Should have just stole it like we did last time. It's that simple. Why didn't we do that again? Anyways.
Oh, why didn't we think of? God damn it.
Well, that's the news. I guess we're gonna take a break. We're gonna get a little less political, and when we come back, we'll have some TV to talk about.
Welcome back to Didn't Get All of It. Hope you enjoyed that break. And if you didn't, head on over to our Patreon. Give us money, then you don't have to listen to those ads. We're back and we're ready to talk about some of the things that happened this past week in pro wrestling. We can talk about some WWE television. We can talk about SmackDown for a little bit. There were some things that happened.
Like what?
Well, LA Knight had a match against was it the guy? What's his name?
The one guy?
Berto. I was trying to think. I was going to say Humberto, but I think he's just Berto now, right?
His name's
Berto
now.
Yeah,
Humberto.
Humberto.
Why did they butchify? Why did they butchify Humberto?
What do you mean? Is he wearing like flannel now?
No, he's just one name guy.
Does he have a derby hat?
Hey, everybody, it's Berto. Gonna have to go through a whole arc where he gets his name back.
Well, I mean,
but anyway, that the match was whatever. It doesn't matter. What happened after the match was, though, LA Knight was celebrating his victory, and Shinsuke Nakamura returned.
A wild Shinsuke Nakamura returned.
Yeah, looking kind of dark.
He got some makeup.
He's got. It was a choice.
Yeah, a little bit of lipstick, some eye shapes. He's got, kind of. I honestly looks like he went and saw Joker Folia do and went, that's a good look, and then came back.
Let's call it as he looked like a school shooter, folks. He was wearing like a black trench coat.
Oh my god,
wearing all black.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that.
School shooter, not
true. Wrong race. He wasn't white.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's back. I don't think there's a feud in pro wrestling that you could possibly book that I could care less about. These are like two of my least favorite performers. I hate this.
Which is crazy to say about Shinsuke Nakamura because he is presented so well.
Until he loses.
No, until the fucking bell rings. You know what's what's really interesting to me about these two performers is that, like, if you combined them, they would actually maybe make a half decent wrestler, because some of Shinsuke's like character work and his promos are good, with his limited abilities, only in the sense that English is not his first language. LA Knight, I fucking hate on the mic, but when the bell rings, I think Shinsuke Nakamura is complete garbage, and he hasn't had a good match since his debut against Sami Zayn.
That is
wild. And LA Knight, on the other hand, though, has impressed me recently in the ring. His match with Logan Paul and his match at WrestleMania with AJ Styles were both fantastic. So maybe this will actually be a combination that somehow pulls out something good. I doubt it, though. They're both like half of a whole wrestler.
So half of a whole ass.
Maybe they make a good something. I don't know. But anyway, SmackDown also had Bloodline stuff because, of course, it did. You guys, I wasn't on the show last week, but I did listen, and B-Rob and Paul and Will Helsel of Didn't Get All of It Japan did a fantastic job, by the way. You guys talked about how this bloodline story sucks, and I have to agree. It feels very rushed, especially in comparison to the like totality of the bloodline story arc. Like some of that shit played out for months and months and months and felt like it dragged even at times. And this is like,
well, hell, it actually took years, to even get to the crescendo. But like now it's just like pew pew pew, everything is just falling in line so quickly.
Yeah, it was like, okay, Solo's like the new tribal chief, and then they just signed all the Samoans they could find on the street, and
they keep finding new ones.
Roman one by one, and then Roman Reigns came back, and now it's like, oh, everyone forgives Roman Reigns right away, and it's like, what the fuck, like.
But I mean, it's a double-edged sword or whatever, because like if they did prolong it, if they did drag it out or whatever, it would be even more complaints because they still doing this shit, So it's just like, I guess, do it quickly. Get it done, get it over with, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of hope like War Games is the end. Like we really don't need to carry this on any further. Like,
I mean, if you go by, I guess, more of a lineage side of the War Games teams, because the way it's shaping out, we got a Bloodline B, which is a Solo Sikoa, Tonga Loa and Tamatonga, Jacob Fatu, and now Bronson Reed, which is Australian born but is from a Samoan lineage. So they have more Samoans and Tongans and Islanders on that side than they do on the other side, which has Roman Reigns, the Usos, Sami Zayn, and presumably Seth Rollins.
Which sucks, by the way. Like, can you do a 4-on-4 War Games? Like, why not? And if not, like, what the fuck is Dwayne doing? Is he done filming Moana 2 yet? Like,
no, he is still in costume right now.
Live action Moana
just came out of live action,
and it looks so stupid.
It looks very bad. It looks oh my god.
Because like
so
if they had him on Team Solo and like Cody on Team Roman, fine, sure, makes sense. But like to just haphazardly throw Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins into this it's lame.
Is it haphazardly? They have recent history.
What history does Bronson Reed have with the Bloodline? Yes, Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins very much have a feud going on. I acknowledge that, but to just throw them into this bloodline,
he's Samoan. I just told you.
Not every fucking Samoan has to be together. They can do other things.
Did you know? I mean, we already know. I mean, he's an Australian Samoan, and same as Nia Jax, so they're all related. All of them.
Okay, put her in the goddamn match then.
Ooh, I would like that actually.
Well,
where's Dakota Kai?
Yeah, I don't think she's Samoan, but she's Australian.
No,
Put her in there. She is. Hey, it works. Put her in there. So replace Tongaloa and Bronson Reed with freaking Dakota Kai and Nia Jax, and we straight.
There we go.
That's a better team.
The first intergender War Games.
War Games.
Well, speaking of, so might as well talk about it. Yes, there is a women's War Game match happening at Survivor Series also, and that I guess switching gears over to Raw because we were talking on SmackDown, but that was fully fledged out on Raw. We've got Rhea Ripley returning and joining Team Bianca to face Team Liv, I think.
Which, real quick, before we go fully back into Raw talk, one thing about SmackDown, there were seas of dissent between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa again.
Yeah, you guys talked about this last week. I fucking do not care. I like
again.
DIY. No, it's IDC. I do not care. This I do not need to see them have any turmoil or to feud or to wrestle, and I don't really want to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn wrestle again either. You guys hinted at that last week. Write something new, please.
Yeah,
but they love telling.
But hey, man. But like, I understand, but I don't understand. It's just like, this is a story for the people who only watch the TV stuff and not NXT.
But it's also for people who used to watch NXT when they have told this story before.
Maybe. Yeah. But anyway, Raw.
Yeah, women's war game match. They shouldn't be doing it. Like, there's no need for it. It is so just forced, and there's no stake. I'll say it. War games fucking sucks. It's lame. The match,
not the
like
first
the matches
time
are
said on this show. I don't think
the
the
matches are fun.
Said that.
The matches are fun usually, but there's no stakes. Like, who cares?
Stakes.
It's a spectacle.
Who cares who wins this match?
It's a
There's
big cage.
On the line.
You ever seen a cage?
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
what is kind of happening is starting to fall the way of Elimination Chamber and freaking Hell in a Cell pay-per-views.
Yeah, it's just they're like, at least the Bloodline stuff, like, it feels warranted in the sense that, you know, these are two stables that are feuding with each other. You know, they built to it, but to just throw women in the cage because equality, like, that's not equality. It's not.
Yeah, I would just rather them have a
games.
Yes. Well, I would just rather them have a regular traditional Survivor Series match for the women.
Sure.
Not so much a War Games joint or whatever, because, you know, we just said it. It sucks. But
look, finish your point, B-Rob.
Well, yeah, it's just like, give the women's a traditional Survivor Series match, and we can kind of start pivoting back to that, because that's what Survivor Series originally was. It was, you know, team versus team elimination matches and everything or whatever, where you're not getting that in the freaking Hell in a Cell, freaking, you know, the War Games match and whatnot. And one War Games match per show is enough. You know, you just let it be the main event, let it do its thing, and then you have your traditional Survivor Series match. They say this is a traditional Thanksgiving pay-per-view, but they're not giving us the thing that made it traditional anymore.
Look, if having a women's War Games match,
you just want to see Io Sky jump off the cage with a trash can off her head. That's all you want.
I'm so mad that B-Rob read me like a book, that was the point that I was about to make. That was genuinely the next thing that was going to come out of my mouth, was that if having a women's War Games match means that I get to see Io Sky jump off the top of the cage in a trash can, then by God, then it's worth it.
Like, fucking put in some effort and, like, earn it. It doesn't feel earned at all. Yeah. It's very, like, this is the problem, is it's they're just going for equality instead of equity. Like, they're not putting in the effort to write a compelling story to warrant putting these women in this match. They're just like, well, we have a men's one, and every time we have a men's thing, we have to have a women's thing. Like, it sucks.
Also, Cody never read Noah's book. He didn't know it was a book at all.
What?
What?
I don't know.
That was before show talk.
Well,
Do I have to spell it out for you?
This is
You didn't know The Wizard of Oz was a damn book.
Cody on blast here.
B-Rob's gaslighting. Making up lies.
I do agree with B-Rob that yes, the part about Survivor Series just being War Games now, I do miss just like straight up Survivor Series matches. It's unfortunate that we don't have those anymore. I would like to see a return to form for Survivor Series.
Cody, you could have got one of your cool matches, like when they had all the Doinks versus all the Little Kings or some shit like that.
That was great.
I think I saw that recently.
See, we could be doing shit like that. You can have a whole bunch of boogeymen out there.
What if they put all the Doinks in a cage that's actually two cages?
No.
It's not 2 cages. It's 1 cage, 2 rings.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, but 1 cage, 2 rings. It's
You know what
2 rings.
They need to do the
fill
fucking
with Doinks.
They need to do. WWE needs to bring back the what the fuck was it even called? I don't the like triple cage from Ready to Rumble.
the dog cage match thing. Yeah, the 3 layers of hell, stages of hell, some shit.
Yeah, they need to bring that back. If they want to bring back some old WCW ideas, do that.
That would be insane. It's the cage inside of the cage with the little cage on top. Wrestling is stupid.
1 cage, 5 Doinks.
That's the name of it. There's like
I'm just desperately trying to find anything else to call the episode at this point.
Anyway.
Well, Ludwig Kaiser is going to have to be calling his own shots because Gunther kicked him out of Imperium this week. I don't know if that might be a little bit of a drastic explanation of what happened, but basically Gunther was like, you gotta be your own man. And Ludwig's he's going for it because he rudely interrupted the Braun Breaker Sheamus match, which was pretty darn good up until this point.
We almost seen a live death.
Well, it was not live; it was taped.
Oh well, a taped death.
But yeah, Kaiser's a good performer.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind a triple threat with these guys because I was enjoying it. Sheamus has got to win that IC title eventually, though.
Yeah, because it's the only one he's missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's won the world, both of the worlds, tags, all the tags, the European title, I believe, right? Damn,
European,
all them shits.
I
thought he won the European title. Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about that storyline on one of them Raw versus SmackDown games where he won all the titles.
European title was retired like 8 years before he ever even debuted. So
yeah, I don't even know what that is.
What?
I don't know what the I don't think I've ever seen the Europe.
I think it is WWE's like greatest title of all time as far from a design standpoint. I think it's a gorgeous looking title. I had a replica one as a kid. I loved it.
Title.
I think it's just like a perfect.
He's looking it up right now. I can hear you typing.
Let's see. Okay. Sure. It's got some flags on there.
Sure, got some flags on there.
I don't know what I was expecting.
It's great. It's really clean. I like the red. It pops. Yeah. Good title. Fuck you, Noah.
Leather straps.
Do we think Ludwig Kaiser has a better solo run than Giovanni Vinci is currently having?
Yes.
He is a guy that constantly gets squashed on SmackDown.
Is already begun to be better.
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard to have a worse run.
I feel so sorry for Giovanni Vinci. I don't know how this happened twice to him.
Yeah, it's weird.
It already happened on NXT.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit, he got hurt and then he just like had to start over again, and then it does like fuck it.
Speaking of NXT, you guys want to talk about that fucking? I don't think it's a coincidence. The week that Donald Trump puts Linda McMahon in charge of education, we've already got schools closing.
Oh,
Chase U is no more.
Yeah,
coincidence?
I don't think so.
Ridge Holland became the number 1 contender for the NXT title and defeated Chase U in this match where basically Chase U's existence was on the line. So Chase U is no more.
Damn.
So
what are they going to do without their biggest draw? Presumably, every time I see an NXT PLE, everyone loses their minds whenever Chase U shows up. They were a big deal. Fans like Chase U.
Mm-hmm. So, what do we think is next for the collection of the Chase U fellows and fellas and fillettes? That's how you do it, ladies.
Bureau, I don't think you should talk about gender anymore after last week's episode.
What? Because people did the thing?
No, look, these guys, like, that's all they have is Chase U. So I don't know why they think this is a good idea. If anything, they should have lost like a loser leaves NXT match or something, and then just call them up and let them do this goofy ass gimmick and like feud with the Wyatt 6 or whatever. On Raw.
I mean, I've been saying it for the longest. I always had the fantasy booking of freaking Chase U versus the Alpha Academy and shit. So yeah, we could do that.
Honestly, I feel like Thea Hale has the potential to stand on her own. Her personality is strong enough. I mean, there's so much of it, but I think her personality is strong enough to survive without Chase U. I don't know who Andre Chase is without the gimmick, so it's harder to say for him. And I don't know, Duke Hudson did his thing before Chase U. It's not to say that he can do it again.
And it sucked. He played poker. Like
he did do that. He also he existed before that too. He was like the last batch of breakout guys before 2.0 started.
He was also on the banner thing at Booker T's place.
Oh, that's right. He was there at Reality of Wrestling last time we went. So I don't know. He might have something. We'll see.
Well, we'll see about other things when we come back from this break, because it's that time where we take another break. When we come back, we will be talking about AEW Full Gear this weekend.
And we're back for our final segment, to where we'll be talking about AEW's Full Gear pay-per-view. Are they calling it pay-per-views or PLEs over there? What are they doing?
It's pay-per-view.
Well, you have to buy them, so it's a pay-per-view.
Okay.
You gotta spend
pay for that
fucking 6 months salary in order to fucking watch this.
Hey, you can get the combo pack with World's End, and you can just double up, and you can just pay a lower fee.
What? That's a thing?
There's a combo. There's a combo package.
Buy one,
so you
get
can
one on pay-per-views.
Yeah, so you can, if you buy the combo package, you can get this show, Full Gear, and World's End, which is their next event, I believe.
Is that a Bleacher Report thing, or is that like
I don't think they're on Bleacher Report anymore.
I think it's Fight or Triller or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays.
Okay, because I took B-Rob's advice and used a VPN the last.
Hey, you did not do such a thing. You just came over to my house and we watched it together. We paid for it legally.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Paul, edit that out of the podcast.
Nah, it's all good. But yeah, I that's where I get all my stuff. I watch it all on Triller and everything. So, and they usually do combo packs. I think you can even. I think they got like a freaking makeshift. So I'm looking at it right now. I'm on Triller.tv, and they have the AEW 2024 pay-per-view pack 3. So they've been doing this since I forget what pay-per-view it was, but they've been comboing up their pay-per-view events or whatever. Because I think the way they do the subscription thing overseas, it kind of affects how we view it here in the States. So they've been doing like you can buy the next 3 pay-per-views in a combo pack, or you can buy 2 pay-per-views in a combo pack, or buy whatever. So normally, I think how much were you paying when you were paying for them, Cody?
$7,000. I don't know.
It's
like
$50 is the going price in America.
Yeah, yes. So it's about like $50. So 2 of those, that's $100. So right now you get the combo pack. You get Full Gear and World's End for $84. So what you said about 20, like 15
what a deal.
$15, to where if you use the other method, if you're overseas, overseas viewers can get these shows for it's $20 to $24 per show.
I don't know.
That's
If Kamala Harris had just run on the campaign of promising to lower the price of pro wrestling pay-per-views, she would have won in a landslide. It's 2024. Why am I paying for this shit?
When I hear a price tag of $84 for 2 pay-per-views, that feels worse than spending $50 on one pay-per-view, especially in the context of World's End, when the inaugural one that they did last year was so stinky that doesn't feel good.
Yeah. So yeah, but like also if you're overseas, all this shit is on HBO Max. So do with that information what you will.
I want that.
Well,
why don't we have that?
It's fine because the only match I care about on this show is going to be free on YouTube. So
yes, let's get into that. So 0 Hour, the first match that they have on the card will be Big Boom AJ Big Justice versus QT Marshall.
Chocolate cookie.
Yeah, so that's happening. Also, the
not,
Rizzler will serve as the special guest timekeeper.
Damn right he will. Look, I'm not. This is not hyperbole. This is the best thing this company has ever done. I'm not joking.
It involves QT Marshall.
Yeah, that's whatever. Like, I understand why they picked him for this, especially because AJ and QT Marshall do legitimately have history together. So that's fine. Like, whatever. But I think they're underselling this and underutilizing. AJ and Big Justice have been doing the best promoting for this company I have ever seen anyone do.
They were on the Tonight
Except
Show
maybe,
and wherever
maybe
else.
Swerve did a good job when he was champion, getting out there and doing some promotions, and Mercedes here and there, right? But like, AJ is an absolute professional. I am constantly seeing him on TikTok promoting this match, telling us where it is, when it is, how to watch it, what he's doing there. Like, the man he's not a businessman, he's a businessman. He's doing a fantastic job of selling this, and I don't think they are like appreciative of it enough. They're not promoting him enough for all the work that he's putting into this. Like, yeah, they had a couple segments on Dynamite this week, and spoilers, Rampage was taped, and he does have an in-ring segment, like a weigh-in segment, which that should have been on Dynamite. Like, they should have been featuring this much more.
There was that
whether you like it or not.
TikTok.
Whether you like it or not, AJ and Big Justice are massive celebrities right now.
Yeah, like for real, like how that's not like my bag is not like content that I consume, but legitimately, as Cody is saying, like I found out more about this event via whatever they got going on through social media or whatever, because they've been popping up on the night show circuit and all kinds of things or whatever. And I just, would casually come across stuff. Yeah. As much as I would like to, I mean, but, I found out more about this show through their shit than AEW. And that's a problem.
They have 2.3 million followers on TikTok. 2.3 million. Do you know how much AEW has on TikTok? 1.1 million. They have twice as many followers as the entire company does. Like, they're huge stars. And this, honestly, I think it was a mistake putting this on the pre-show.
Yeah.
You could get people to give you money for this, to see this, and they're not doing that. So whatever, I will gladly sit back and watch this on YouTube and enjoy the hell out of it. I'm sure it's going to be a blast. It's going to be hilarious. The Rizzler is going to be there making his fucking face and ringing the bell when Big Boom AJ squashes QT Marshall. It's going to be great.
The only one piece of enjoyment that I got out of their involvement with AEW is the picture with them and Adam Cole. Because it's all about the boom.
Maybe AJ can teach Adam Cole how to like lift a weight or something, or properly apply a fucking spray tan.
Possibly.
I know you guys went in on him last week, but I wasn't here. We need to talk. Like, we need to have a conversation about Adam Cole.
Would you like to do it now?
Yeah, let's get into it because MJF versus Roderick Strong is on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Which, first of all, why? Why are we extending the life of this program? They should just do MJF versus Adam Cole here and let them wrap that up, because we clearly need to move on from the whole devil shit and that whole angle. So just like let them have their one-on-one and move on from this. I don't know why we're prolonging it by inserting a Roderick Strong side quest.
Well, I mean, it's the thing, you know. I mean, they don't have month to months, but I mean, whatever. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter since you have week to week television, you know. So, and you do specials, so fuck it, you know, just kill this shit.
Yeah, I don't know why this is on the show. But yeah, Adam Cole, he sucks. Like, since he came back, he has looked awful. His matches have been bad. His promo this week on Dynamite was terrible, with Kyle O'Reilly also not being very good. The man looks like he has jaundice. It's horrible.
And also based on, you know, what they gave us on Dynamite or whatever, I firmly believe that Kyle O'Reilly is going to turn on fucking Adam Cole. Just because.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah. But I mean, do you want to speak on that briefly? Because that is the first match on the card, according to the Wikipedia. MJF versus Roderick Strong.
I just said my piece on it. I don't think the match should happen. I don't know. MJF probably wins. I don't care. I also didn't enjoy MJF's like
shaming him,
being like
he should have been shot by his mom.
Yeah. Was it his mom that shot his dad, or was it his dad that shot his mom? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yep. Played the drug abuser card. Trailer trash card. He threw money across the room for a homeless man to go chase.
Was this like known Roderick Strong lore?
Yes.
Okay.
So when he debuted in NXT, they did the Simpy angle with him. They had promo packages. They had him going back to the house that he grew up in the trailer park, talking about all this stuff that MJF put out on television.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, so they tried to make him the sympathetic babyface in NXT when he first got there. Then he got back with all his boys, and they became undisputed. Anyway, next on the card we have Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page. Noah, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I like watching both these guys wrestle. And I mean, I honestly haven't seen a lot of the feud leading up to this, but I mean, I'm sure these guys have history, right? They
do all the way back from Japan.
Yeah, because they're both Bullet Club, and yeah, I'm sure they have had stuff in Japan. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be good.
Word. Cody, do you also not care?
I don't. Yeah. I don't care at all. I have never enjoyed a Jay White match. So I don't have high expectations for this.
Well, a lot of poo-poo in here or whatever. So with that being said, we have a 4-way tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. It's Private Party versus the Outrunners versus Kings of the Black Throne versus the Acclaimed. Noah, if you were a betting man, do you think Private Party retains, or you have another pick out of this 4 teams?
I mean, honestly, I'd love to see Kings of the Black Throne, but that's just because I'm a spooky boy. But also, I would like to see Private Party returning just because they just got it, and they, you know, I have been wanting them to have it for a long time. So I'd like for them to, you know, hold on to it at least for a little while. I think the Twitter people are very excited about the Outrunners just being part of this at all.
Yeah.
because people on Twitter, people who are very online, love the Outrunners. I mean, they're fine. I am a little tired of the like neon 80s aesthetic thing that is their gimmick, but I'm happy for those people.
Do you feel, since I know you pulling for Kings of the Black Throne, House of Black, do you think since the recent vignettes for Julia's return been popping up here over the last couple of weeks, do you think she has any involvement in this match would kind of lead to your pick?
I don't know about this match. Yeah, I don't know.
Looking at the card, if not here, then where? I mean, she did lose the TBS title, which is on this card. Do you think there could be some play there?
Maybe. I don't know, because all the vignettes are talking about her coming home to the House of Black.
To the House of Black.
So, I don't know, maybe. I would like that.
And I talked about that a little bit last week. I believe since a lot of people have been talking about Malachi Black. You remember how they was talking about since he was showing respect to his opponents and all kinds of other stuff. He looked sad that he was leaving and everything. They've been doing that in the last couple of matches that they've been doing. And I believe that when Julia makes her return, when she comes home, she will snap them back into it. They be kicking ass again and murdering people.
Yeah, because she's the queen.
Yeah, that's what I want. Cody, you got any picks on this?
The
black ones?
Yeah. There you go.
Which of the black ones though? There's two sets in there.
Hey, if I pick the black team to win, I've got
there's 3/4
chance of winning. So
oh no, there's not 3. Come on now.
The Kings of the Black Throne.
Yeah.
All right. I stand corrected.
Also, who's to say the Outrunners might be black? I have no idea who the fuck that is. So I might have 100% chance of being right.
Who knows under that spray tan? Anyway, I'm looking at Private Party to retain, but I wouldn't be shocked if House of Black also pulled the dub. Anyway, next on the card we have Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship. Cody, what are we thinking, man?
I'm thinking that signing Camille was a
Camille.
No return on investment there. This feud has been kind of lame, but I'm sure the match will slap because Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné are great.
I agree.
Yeah, it'll be a fun match.
You feeling Mercedes is retaining?
Yeah, for sure.
Word. I am in alignment with you two gentlemen, and we'll move right into the next match, which I have interest in. It'll be Swerve Strickland versus Bobby Lashley in a special singles match. What we thinking this is gonna be good? He brought the Dominator back, man. He gonna be slamming people on their stomach and knees and face and stuff.
I mean, this is definitely one of the big draws of the card, right? Because I mean, Swerve is arguably like the biggest star in AEW right now, and then Bobby Lashley's first pay-per-view match is a big deal. He did have his first in-ring debut on Dynamite this week, where he fought Jay Keys and Cheeseburger. Which you guys are gonna have to explain more to me. Then.
ROH legend Cheeseburger. Yes,
sure. But apparently, there's also Bobby Lashley has a past with cheeseburgers in general.
He has a past and present with cheeseburgers. Let me tell you. So,
I don't know about this.
Noah and kids listening at home, go ahead on your Google machine and type in Bobby Lashley Simon Dean, and you'll see a fantastic segment from 2005. I want to say.
I hear Noah typing right now.
Where Bobby Lashley was fed a bunch of cheeseburgers, but also.
I see a
in case
Facebook
you don't know, Bobby Lashley currently
Lashley makes Simon Dean eat 20 cheeseburgers.
Bobby Lashley also currently does cheeseburger reviews on social media.
What?
I don't know if I think it's on TikTok. I think he has a TikTok. I think that's where I see these. or it's Instagram. I don't know, but somewhere Bobby Lashley's out there going to like local restaurants and trying cheeseburgers, and they're pretty entertaining if you're like into that kind of media. Especially because a lot of times,
are you telling me that Bobby Lashley is the Bill Oakley of professional wrestling?
I don't know who that is. Did he invent sunglasses?
He's a former Simpsons writer who also does like fast food reviews on his Instagram.
Gotcha. I don't know.
I would believe Bobby Lashley used to listen to a show that we did, and he's aping your junk food of the week.
Yeah, that's my bit. About like in the same realm, professional wrestling. Wow.
But I watched a recent one of his, and it's always funny because like he'll interact with like the restaurant owners or the employees or whatever, and like I don't think like nobody like recognizes him, but they acknowledge that he's like
a big
freak of
black
nature.
man.
So, yeah, like the guy brings over his food and he's like, "Wow, you work out, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, try to."
There's also I think there's another thing that he's doing too, because like before the AEW signing was official, or well, was public knowledge, he was talking about buying an RV and going like city to city and meeting like young athletes and everything, kind of like giving them guidance and everything in sports and stuff like that. I believe a recent video that he did, he went to someone's house who was like I think they're like a like legit wrestling, like collegiate style and shit, and they had like a freaking wrestling gym in their fucking basement and shit, and that shit was wild. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. But I am looking. This is actually probably the match I'm looking forward to most on the actual card. I do want to see what Bobby Lashley does in a new setting.
And I can't recall anything that he's ever done with Swerve anywhere else. So I mean, this is the first time, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm watching this. I'm watching this clip of Bobby Lashley making Simon Dean eat 20 cheeseburgers, and I don't know why Bobby Lashley with like a goatee is bothering me so much. I think it's because I've never seen Bobby Lashley with any amount of hair on his body at all, anywhere, ever.
That's fun. I like where your head is.
Anyways. Yeah, I'm sure Swerve versus Bobby Lashley will be good. They're both very good professional wrestlers.
I looked it up on Cage Match. They have no matches.
Okay, yes, I was about to say. I assume this has never happened because Bobby Lashley has, been WWE forever.
Mm-hmm. And TNA. Yeah.
Has Swerve
anyway,
been TNA?
I don't think so.
No,
not that I can recall. I doubt it.
Because he went from Lucha Underground to NXT, right?
Yeah,
and of course he's been other places, but yeah,
independent like a Wrestle Circus and all those places, CZW and some other things that I can't remember right now. But next on the card for the AEW TNT Championship, we have Jack Perry, the current champion, versus Daniel Garcia, and I'm kind of interested in this. I like Jack Perry and the shenanigans he's getting into. I think I know the temperature of this pool, and Cody, let me know what you think of this match.
This fucking sucks.
I knew it. I felt it.
The like wannabe Batman Joker segments that they were doing, where like he kidnaps Jack, and had him tied up, and Jack Perry was like rambling on nonsense about society or something. Like, this fucking sucks so bad.
I thought the production on them were good.
Oh yeah, I like that stuff about it.
Yeah,
pretty cool things. Yeah, and it was more like Jack Perry is willing to take an ass whooping and people let people fuck him up, and like the people that he's challenging to do the thing won't do it. He's like, y'all some bitches. Also, more Jack Perry news. He made the trip back over to New Japan and challenged my Wrestler of the Year, Yoda Tsuji, to a one-on-one special match at their up-and-coming show. It was a cool thing. Like, Noah would appreciate it again. He sent a video package over there. Him being the blacksmith that he is, he just reimagined the AEW TNT title. So they showed him in the forge making a custom knife that had like some similar of a goat's head on it, because he is the scapegoat. And it stabbed a picture of Yoda Tsuji, and then he popped up out of the crowd and beat the shit out of Yoda Tsuji and challenged him to a match at Wrestle Dynasty the day after Wrestle Kingdom this year.
Okay. Sure.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like Jack Perry. If I had to guess on a winner on this one, I'm going to probably stay with Jack Perry for the shenanigans.
I want it to be Daniel Garcia so bad. I want it to be Daniel Garcia so bad. I want to see Daniel Garcia with a title. I think he would. I think he needs one at this point. Like they've done a really good job of heating him up, making him seem important, making him seem like a threat. Jack's had it for a while. Yeah. Why not give it to Daniel?
True. Also, my follow up to that would be, if Daniel Garcia did come away with the championship, what do you see on the horizon for him? Who would you pair him up with as far as challengers go?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I just want him to have the cool belt. I don't give a fuck who he fights.
Yeah, because he has cool matches. Because Daniel Garcia is good at what he does.
Yeah, very well.
Did they ever properly end the MJF feud with him?
I don't recall.
My brain is mush on that. I can't lie to you. But
AEW
something that my brain
mush lately.
Yeah. But something my brain is not mush for, and I'm kind of excited about, another special singles match between Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, these boys are going to flip.
Oh, yeah. More ways than one. Cody, what are your thoughts? What do you hate about this?
I'm sure it'll be fine. I just hate the Don Callis family, and I hate.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Company is just filled with stables.
That's a problem.
Yeah. Works in New Japan, but not so much here.
I didn't really enjoy the 8-man that opened Dynamite this week.
Yeah, it was less desirable.
Very, paint by the numbers type of match, and I think Lance Archer sucks, and Brian Cage just is in another stable
now. He has beard now, though.
I think he's underutilized. I think just having him hopscotch between stables is stupid, but
they gave him a belt though.
Sure. Yeah, of a fucking company that barely exists.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure this match it'll be good.
Unoptimistic Cody with his takes. What do you think, Noah?
Ospreay wins.
Yeah, and yes, I think Ospreay wins. Yeah, I think it'll be good.
I wouldn't mind.
It's Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Fletcher winning. And if he does, once again, I'm pressing the button over here, and it's lighting up over my head, a big light that says shenanigans. So I think if Kyle Fletcher does win, it'll be due to that. Next, in the vein of the Don Callis family, we have the AEW International Champion Konosuke Takeshita versus Ricochet, which I believe this will also be a banger of a match. Noah, tell me your thoughts. Tell me how you feeling.
Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah, he's the fucking man. Ricochet better not beat him.
Yeah, but also Ricochet was talking all that hot shit on social media this week about how he's he wants to be the guy to represent the company and right now, a little bit of the cross promotion that they got going on and whatnot with New Japan. Takeshita is advertised for 2 of their shows coming up. And also, he is going to be on their main pay-per-view defending his title, if he's still champion, of course, for another championship against Shingo Takagi at Wrestle Kingdom in the motherfucking Tokyo Dome. My God, I'm so excited for that shit.
Takeshi is the man. Put all the titles on this dude. I'm telling you.
Is that big like cross company crossover thingy that they're doing?
No, is New Japan's biggest pay-per-view of the year, and the crossover event is going to be the night after.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be main card Wrestle Kingdom, baby. Love it. But I would like Takeshita to win. But if Takeshita drops his title here, it kind of makes sense for him to go over to challenge for another title in New Japan against Shingo and potentially beat him and carry that title for that company, which, I know you guys haven't been watching Takeshita over in Japan or anything he's doing with New Japan, DDT, and all that other bullshit, but I am. And my God, this dude has all the star qualities that you want in a top guy in any company. You could put this dude in any company, I swear, and he can be top 5 easily.
Yeah.
Put all the belts on this man.
I am entertained by every Takeshita match I see.
Mm-hmm. So Ricochet, Cody, or Takeshita?
I don't care.
Okay, very well. So the main event.
I'm sure the match will be good. But again, I hate the Don Callis family, and I just cannot sink my teeth into anything that they're doing. Takeshita's being wasted. He is a great worker, like you guys said, but
I get it.
He shouldn't be a heel, and he shouldn't be in a stable.
I don't give a damn.
So if Ricochet winning this gets us closer to that not being a thing, then go Ricochet. I hope he wins.
And then I don't give a damn if he heel or face or whatever. It's just get him on his own doing hot shit, But on to the main event, which there's been some build to it, right? Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, versus Orange Cassidy. What is the desired outcome for this, Noah? Your desired outcome?
I mean, I guess it makes sense for Moxley to retain so that he can, continue his reign of terror over the company that, his crew is up to at the moment. I don't really know if giving the title to Cassidy at this point makes sense, but also, they are continuing to have Cassidy seem to get darker and darker thematically,
more aggressive,
assuming going into sort of heel character at some point with just visually at the very least. So maybe having another match with the extremely violent Jon Moxley, who he has history with, maybe losing to him is enough to push him over the edge and finally initiate that character. But I don't know. That's kind of the way I see
it. His black denim turns red.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he gets some splatters of red on the black denim.
Cody,
Orange Cassidy has to win this.
He has to.
Tell
me why.
Because Cody hates Jon Moxley's stable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, he's looked like a complete bitch this entire feud. He's gotten his shit pushed in every week. Ugh, Dynamite ended with him getting completely mauled by the Death Riders. If he doesn't win here, then you can never make him champion. He needs to win here. And yeah, I don't like the Death Riders. They're completely uninteresting.
Yeah. And I don't think it's on here, but I believe, did they say something about our AEW Women's World Champion, Mariah May, having a celebration on this card or something? I think I recall something like that on the Dynamite. Or was that for Rampage or
championship celebration with
Mia
Shirakawa?
Yeah. So was that on the show, or is that going to be like Collision or Rampage, some shit?
It's on the Full Gear card. It's on the poster.
Okay. Ah, yes, the poster. Well, yeah. I mean, I got a lot of things that I'm looking forward to on this card. So
it's a big card.
I mean,
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. I mean, freaking Swerve, Bobby Lashley, Ospreay, Fletcher, Takeshita, Ricochet. I mean, those are at the top of my list. And then, like, I'm gonna actually watch some big AJ content or Big Boom, whatever the fuck his name is. So
you're gonna watch the content?
I'm gonna watch the content that he produces in ring.
You mean his TikTok? Oh, okay. It's like you're just gonna go brush up on your
no, AJ I'm not doing that.
Justice verse.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna see his 0 hour content. That's all I'm gonna look at.
Okay.
But yeah, lot of potential bangers on this card or whatnot. So I mean, Saturday it is, folks. Tune in if you are around the Discord or whatever. If I get around a computer in time, I might be in the Chizat doing some things or whatever. Or maybe some of you could come over to my house and we could watch the show together.
I would
just
love to
throwing that out there.
Watch the show together.
Okay, you're invited.
Thank you.
Yes, folks, if you want to come watch pay-per-view at Beer Up's house, his address is.
I'll give you my address right now. It is fatal4pod.com. That's FOUR. You go to my address there and you can find ways to join us for this pay-per-view event.
That's right. And you can do that. Yeah, patreon.com/fatal4pod. Yeah, I think that's a podcast. Well, folks, we didn't get all of it, but we'll try again next week. Subscribe to Didn't Get All of It wherever your podcasts are caught. Write us a review, and if you really like the show, tell your friends, post about us, and consider joining us on Patreon at patreon.com/fatal4pod. That's fatal FOUR pod. For only $3 a month, you can get ad-free episodes and full access to the exclusive Discord where stuff is happening all the time. Your support goes a long way, so thank you for subscribing, reviewing, and joining the Patreon if you have or are going to. Again, it's fatal4pod.com. For myself and B-Rob and Cody, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.